What is the deal, everyone? I'd like to welcome y'all back to BYC Gaming, bringing controller. I'll go by the name of Bizbilla. And this is your New York Mets franchise episode number 31. I got to be honest with y'all, man. We had an issue with the previous game in this series. We did a really good stream with myself. Shout out to Top Dog Tim. Shout out to Willie Hustle, and follow Willie Hustle TV on Twitch. Did a really good stream with them in game 2 of this series. That was Francisco Lindor's first game back in Cleveland. He had a good one. The Mets had a good one. Mets currently up 2-0 in this series against the Guardians. As you saw, game 1, Lindor did not play, but the Mets were able to win 2-1. In game 2, which was streamed here on BYC Gaming, for whatever reason, we couldn't get that episode out. Had some problems in the stream. 11-4 was your score in that ball game. Now we head on to game 3. Mets looking to shut the door on Cleveland and pick up a sweep against the Guardians. We're getting ready to go into a much-needed off day. Tanner Beebe is your pitcher, 1 for 5 on the season, 5.11 ERA. So the Mets looking to add more offense to this series.
The left fielder, number 44, Harrison Bader.
Starting things off for us in a rainy Cleveland. Taking a strike is Harrison Bader. Once again, I'd like to welcome y'all to BYC Gaming. We are a bit behind the Mets' real-life schedule, but we're going to get back to it this week. It's now a 1-1 count to Harrison Bader. Got some plans to do some pretty creative things for y'all this summer. Ooh, nice pitch. Strike 1. As always, got a shout out to Nola Peach. Niche, what's the deal? Here's the pitch to Bader. That one going to be outside of the zone. We're going to be fouled off. 1-2 count here to Harrison Bader. Y'all be sure to follow Niche as well. If you don't know her Twitch, Nola Peach 30 on Twitch. Has some good baseball highlights, some good MLB. Poor swing right there from Bader. Leads to strike 3. First K of the game. And there's now 1 out here in this first. And Jeff McNeil, he's cooled off a little bit. 258 batting average on this early season. Makes good contact with that one, but it's going to be popped up to shallow right center. That one caught, and there's now 2 gone. Can't complain. Niche from chilling, enjoying some MLB on a beautiful Monday. As Francisco Lindor is going to step in, currently batting .313 on the season. He has been cooking for these Mets. 16 home runs, has hit 1 in this series, 37 RBIs on the year. 4-time All-Star is Lindor, mostly with the Guardians. We'll see if he can earn an All-Star bid this season. 18 hits, along with 8 home runs in this series for the Mets. There's some more contact. That one's going to be hit right to first. Naylor going to step on the bag. And that'll be it for the Mets in the first. Due up for Cleveland. Straw, Brennan, and Naylor in the bottom half of the first. All right, on the mound today, Sang, 3-4 on the season, 3.16 ERA. Hasn't had the best run support, but the way the Mets are hitting in this series, you can fully expect for Senga to get the runs he may need in this game. Shout out to Niche. She said, I got the Braves in the World Series against the Rays. It's 1-1. All right. I need you to stream that, man. I got to see if I could be on there live with you when you win that title. Good luck to y'all. Speaking of luck, the Mets haven't needed much of it. 30-20 on the season right now. That is best in the NL East. We'll see, can we stay in our winning ways as Miles Straw is now in a 1-ball, 1-strike count. 97-mile-per-hour fastball misses upstairs. So I want to talk about the real-life Mets for a quick second as Senga gets the forkball across the plate for a strike. Let's talk about the real-life Mets. It's been a rough season without a doubt. We haven't seen Senga at all this season. As right there, he gives up an opposite field hit to Straw, and there's 1 man on. Let's go. If you beat the Dodgers, you can beat anybody. We'll definitely be tuning in to see how your World Series goes as we get another look at Miles Straw getting a single here to start things off for the Guardians. So, even though the Mets season has been a bit of a struggle, took the split against Philly in real life. That was big, winning over there in London. Now we're going to come back to the States and see can we keep our winning ways alive. Is right there. Straw is going to steal first base. The fork ball was thrown, and Straw is in there safely with the stolen bag. 0-1 count. Brennan, your hitter, he grounds one to second. McNeil going to make this play easily. Straw will advance to third, but there's one out here in the bottom of the first. As we get a look at the Guardians lineup, Josh Neller going to step into the box here in the third spot. Jimenez batting 6th today. 236 runs scored for the Guardians. That's third best in the American League. Their record, however, has not displayed how good their offense has been. Stepping in now is Josh Naylor. He takes a 96-mile-per-hour fastball right across the plate. Yeah, man, hitting is no joke in MLB The Show. You really got to be patient. And speaking of hitting, that's going to be one right up the middle for a base hit. And the Mets find themselves down early, 1-0. I got to make a change right here. As we see Senga throws one right down the middle. Naylor makes contact with it, sends it right back up the gut. And the Guardians are up 1-0. So let's go ahead and make this change. This is going to be a problem if not corrected. We'll move DJ Stewart to left field. Put Harrison Bader where he belongs in center. This one hit the opposite way. Looks like it's going to drop foul. David Fry, who's 9th best in the American League with batting average at .317.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Now in a 1-1 count. You said you're in the conference finals in 2K as well. What team are you on in 2K? I'm very surprised to see the Magic in the finals.
Nope.
All right, so count now moves to 3-1. Senga gonna have to start throwing some strikes here.
Take your base.
He's gonna miss with that one low. Fry gonna make his way to second base, and this long first inning continues here for the Mets. Riccio now into the box. He's batting .284 on the season. Senga's got 2 men on, 1 man out. Wizards, Raptors, Pistons. Wow, all those names is like they were in the mix for the playoffs. How far into your my career are you? That one misses downstairs. Senga right now struggling to throw strikes. Gets one right there. That will be the 3rd strike. Much needed K for Senga. Year 3. Okay, I can see that though. You know, by the time you get to your 3rd year in your my career, people start moving around. People start getting traded. Signings happen. Okay, that's what's up. All right, so Andres Jimenez
1-1.
gonna take one in the dirt. Alvarez gonna make the throw down to third, and it looks like they're gonna get the runner. So the wild pitch does lead to a throw out, but the Guardians do put a run on the board. 2 hits, a few walks. That leads the score at 1-0 for Cleveland.
Leading off for the Mets, the first baseman, Alonso.
All right, in steps the Polar Bear, 2nd best OPS on this Mets roster. 19 home runs on the season for Alonso. He's stepping here against Tanner. The pitch, foul back. So you got Kyle Kuzma, Van Vliet, Cam Johnson, Jimmy Butler, and Austin Reeves. My goodness, what position do you play? Yo, they got a nice squad right there. 0-2 count to Pete. Here's the pitch. Ooh, that was a nasty curveball. Okay, you got a point guard. That's what's up. Running the offense, I like to see it. So Alonso sat down on strikes. That curveball is absolutely wicked. We'll get one more look at the pitch sequence fastball, followed by a changeup where the bottom just completely fell out of it. And Alonso sat down on strikes. Here comes Frankie Alvarez.
Nope, that's outside.
Fastball misses on the outside part of the plate. Alvarez been stepping his game up. 230 batting average on the season, 8 home runs, 23 runs batted in. OPS currently sitting at 749.
Yeah.
And there's that wicked curveball again. 1-1 count now.
1-1.
So, Nish, you say you like to play with underdogs? That's a fact. Like, you see me running with these Mets. They got a good roster, but most people have been playing with the Yankees this season.
No, that's down. Ball.
Slider misses low. I got to get on there with y'all with 2K. Shout out to my boy, number one headband. He's been trying to get me to make him my player on the 4. I'm very close to doing it before we get into the new 2K season. Either way, it's a 3-1 count to Alvarez. That curveball, which has been the toughest pitch to recognize and to make something happen with from BB. Full count. There's that curveball again. This time we lay off of it. It just misses the zone. That's the first walk of the day for the Guardians. Yes, you definitely need to get on here with us. That's a fact. Starling Marte now, the hitter. Looks like the Mets are being a little more patient on that curveball. That one misses, 1-0 count. Marte batting .297 on the year, 4 home runs, 16 RBIs, and currently riding a 9-game hit streak.
Oh, that's low. That's a ball.
That's a fact. It's a lot of big games dropping. We got boxing, shout out to Undisputed. We got Call of Duty, Black Ops 6, NCAA college football coming out in less than a month. This is going to be a good year for us gamers, as we also have Grand Theft Auto 6 coming out in the next calendar. It's about to be lit. There's a circle change, so the all-speed pitches from Tanner have really been good today. Fastball, slider, circle change, curveball are his pitches. Ooh, nice fastball. That's going to be strike 3. You said, do I play, what's that, Battlegrounds? Nah, I don't play that. I tried to play X Defiant. I tried to play PBG. I'm more of a Call of Duty guy. Modern Warfare, Black Ops. That's my steez. As Tyrone Taylor steps in, takes a strike. He's riding an 11-game hit streak. So the Mets have really been playing some good offense. Back-to-back hitters with potential double-digit hit streaks. As that time the ball misses low. Still got Alvarez on first.
2-1.
Count now moves to 2-1. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Nice change up there.
2-2.
I hear a lot of people saying they can't really get with Call of Duty. That's how I feel about all the other games. Like, if it's not Battlefield or Call of Duty, I can't really get with it. Taylor tried to get with that pitch. He's gonna pop this one to left. Easy play for the left fielder, and that'll be the third out. Mets gonna leave a man stranded. Finally get a base runner. Still no hits in this game so far. Jimenez, De Los Santos, and Loreno due up for Cleveland.
Leading off for the Guardians, the second baseman,
Andres Jimenez takes a cutter on the outside part of the plate. Down 0-1 to Senga. As we said, Senga has had a problem getting run support from these Mets. Right now we're down 1-0. Let's see if Senga can bounce back here in this second
1-2.
and retire Cleveland without any more damage. 1-2 count. Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. You got to get Red Dead too. Shout out to Willie Hustle. Shout out to Oli Rama Sound. Shout out to Byron BDB. We be heavy on that Red Dead. We got a 2-2 count to Senga.
Count is full.
Forkball misses low, so Senga hasn't been able to set many guys down, even with these 2-strike counts. He's in a full count with Jimenez. Jimenez sends it to third. Beatty makes the throw, and that is the first out. Now, you said something right there. FIFA? I forgot how good of a game FIFA is. Right now it's free for all of us that have PlayStation Plus. If you are a fan of soccer in any way, FC, aka FIFA, is one of those games you must have. Now, when it comes to tennis, shout out to Topspin. 2K made that game. I'm gonna be real with you. It looks good. Like, yeah, it is. It's free right now. FC 24 is free right now. But when it comes to Topspin, that game looks really good. But they really don't have that many tennis players in it. They do have Serena. They got Madison Keys and guys like I think Andre Agassi. But I don't think they actually have like a full roster full of tennis players. But that game does look really good.
2-2.
2-2 count to De Los Santos. We got 1 out, 2-2 count in the second. Ooh, nice slider. That one barely caught the zone, but the umpire felt it was strike 3. No arguing with him. Second K of the game for Senga. As we get a look from the umpire cam. Very close. Potentially a hittable pitch, but either way, it'll be strike 3. In steps Loreno. Puts a good swing on that baseball. Hits it a long way, but it's going to be foul. As you see, an 8-game history currently for Ramon. Batting .272 on the season, 6 home runs on the year. Nice fork ball there from Senga. Gets the swing and a miss. Senga already down when it comes to his pitch energy, but he does get a K right there and gets out of the second with 35 pitches. So we got to watch that pitch count for Senga. Either way, the Mets able to get out of the second unscathed. Still a 1-0 game.
Leading off for the Mets, the left fielder, number 29, DJ Stewart.
No, that missed. That's the ball.
DJ Stewart steps into the box. First pitch he sees is that dangerous off-speed, followed by another one. So it's 3 off-speed pitches for the Guardians starter. And so far, they haven't been in the zone. So if we can be a little smarter at the plate, maybe we can create some offensive opportunities. And there's one right there. It is long gone. DJ Stewart, who since coming back from injury, has had some real struggles at the plate. All he needed to do was come to Cleveland to get back right. Second home run of the series, now 9 on the year for DJ Stewart. And the outfielder continues to show his pop as he sends one a long way out. Boom. Big swing, big home run. And with one swing of the bat down that foul line, the Mets have tied this game. All right, now in steps Brett Beatty. Timing a little off on that changeup, fouls it off. Beatty showing some surprising power numbers early on in the season. Only batting .217, but does have 8 home runs along with 17 RBIs. Currently in an 0-1 count. Make it 0-2. Good fastball on the inside part of the plate. 0-2 count. Fastball misses upstairs. Beatty, one of the younger players on this Mets roster, has shown a lot of potential this season. 2-2 count to the lefty third baseman. There's that nasty curveball. Beatty able to foul it off this time. We got a 2-2 count still. Ooh, that slider had a lot of movement on it. Came across the plate to the inside part. Beatty able to foul it off. Here comes the 7th pitch of this AB. That one's going to be inside. Full count now. Harrison Bader is on deck. Mets with a much needed day off after today's game. Full count to Beatty. Fastball going to miss way upstairs. 95 miles per hour. Second walk of the day, and now in steps Harrison Bader. Bader, another player who's been very good with his appearances at the plate. Did a really good job against the lefties over the last 10 games. 2 home runs, along with 4 runs batted in. 0-1 count to Bader. Beatty is on first. The pitch. Nice one right across the plate, high in the zone. It's going to be strike 2. Tried to hold back, but that changeup was just too wicked. First out of the inning is a strikeout on Harrison Bader. In steps Jeff McNeil now. Ooh, good contact. Is that going to stay fair? That one is barely foul. Nice little stat right there. Jeff McNeil, 119 assists on the season while playing on defense. That's good enough for 9th best in the National League. 1-1 count. Beatty still a runner at first. We're in the third. 46th pitch of the game on the way from BB. This one's popped to left. Should be an easy play. The rain coming down, but it is caught for the second out. And we'll get a look at Francisco Lindor here, who will bat with 2 outs. Tie game here. 1-1 is your score. Lindor 2 for 6 in the series with that solo shot in game 2. It's his second game against the Guardians. So one thing we did talk about, as Lindor chops this one right up the middle, that'll be a base hit. Beatty going to advance to third, and he's going to be in there safely. So now runners at the corners for Pete Alonso with 2 outs here. We were talking a lot about Francisco Lindor and some of the comments he made about what he missed most about playing in Cleveland. And I'll quote Top Dog Tim because he was the one that gave the first quote. He said, you know, there's nothing wrong with wanting to win and wanting to be a part of a winning franchise. But the problem with the quote is Francisco at the time when he said it was really struggling at the plate. So you don't want to really hear someone complain about winning when they aren't contributing to said wins. Alonso puts good contact on this baseball. Looks like it's going to stay in the air long enough for the center fielder to glove it. And that'll be the third out for the Mets here in the inning. But not before DJ Stewart puts one into the bleachers. The Mets tally up a few hits and a walk. Game is now identically tied, 1 apiece.
Leading off for the Guardians, the catcher, Austin Hedges.
Into the box now is Austin Hedges. He takes a cutter across the strike zone for strike 1. Fouls off a fastball right afterwards. So I don't know if we've talked about Jorge Lopez in a recent stream. I'll talk about it again just in case I haven't given my thoughts on it. For those of y'all that don't know, Jorge Lopez, former pitcher for the New York Mets, as Senga gets the strikeout on Austin Hedges. 4th K of the game for Senga. So Jorge Lopez is still on my team here in franchise mode, but in the real life Mets, he was designated for assignment after throwing his glove into the crowd after being ejected. Then after he was ejected, he made a quote in the locker room where he essentially said, well, what he really said was, I've been the worst teammate, but because of the language barrier and the difference in cultures, it sounded like he said the Mets were the worst team, you know, and that's even though it may be true at times, he was talking about himself, and I feel bad that Lopez caught so much heat from the media when no one wanted to, you know, actually make sure of what he meant in his quote. Senga dealing right now, strikes out Straw. We got 2 dead here in the third. 5th strikeout of the game for Senga. Will Brennan now the hitter. Takes the fastball low. Just to give my thoughts on that Lopez situation.
No, that's low. Ball.
I mean, throwing the glove in the crowd, you know, that's frustration. So I can't excuse that. But as far as him saying he's the worst teammate, he was trying to, you know, make it about himself. He wasn't trying to say the Mets were bad, even though we are right now. But it's a shame that, you know, he got cut. But at this point, it's going to be a clean house in New York maybe by the end of the season if we don't start cleaning things up. As Brennan fouls another one off, 2-2 count remains. I'll be real with you, man. Like, Mets still have a chance to make the playoffs through the wild card, so I'm not giving up on them. We haven't gotten Senga back yet. You know, we've had some struggles in the bullpen. Everything can turn around. It is a marathon, not a race when it comes to the baseball season. But we're going to be racing to get to that baseball. That's going to be a wild pitch. It'll count as a strikeout, but Brennan will make his way down to first base as Alvarez could not glove that pitch. That one bounced off the knee pad and really went far. That's an easy strikeout to beat down the first base line for Brennan. And now the Guardians have a man on first, 2 outs, and now Josh Naylor stepping in. Naylor, definitely one of those hitters that I want to pick up in Diamond Dynasty once I start committing to that full time. Naylor is a really, really good hitter. Right there, he doesn't prove it, though. Swing and a miss on a wicked fastball. 0-2 count.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fork ball drops low. 1 ball, 2 strike count. This one hit the shallow left. I'm not sure if Lindor is going to get there. He will not. Stewart will glove it. And now the Guardians threatening with 2 runners on base, 2 men out. And David Fry coming up to the dish.
The designated hitter.
Nice pitch by Senga. Starts him off 0-1. Will Brennan on second. Josh Naylor on first. 0-1 count now moves to 0-2. Slider misses outside. 1 ball now in the count. Tough fork ball to lay off right there. 60 pitches now for Senga. And he will rack up another K. If I'm not mistaken, he had 4 Ks in that inning. How often do you see that? Senga doing a good job keeping the Guardians contained. But it's still a tie game here from Cleveland. We're headed to the 4th.
Leading off with the Mets, the catcher, number 3, Francisco Alvarez.
Wood!
We get run right down Broadway, 0-1 count.
No, that missed.
Now the slider going to miss. I'm just trying to see which starter is going to be able to stay in this game longer. Tanner right now with his 52nd pitch on the way. Senga over 60 pitches as we're now in the 4th.
2-1.
Alvarez with a 2-1 count against him. Walked in his previous AB. And now he's just 1 ball away from a second walk in this game. 3-1 count to the Mets catcher. Starlin Marte on deck. The pitch to Alvarez is lined in the right. I was hoping that one dropped in, but instead it's going to go right into the glove of the right fielder. Great catch right there. 1 gone here in the 4th. Here comes Starlin Marte, currently riding a hit streak, 0 for 1 on the day. Wow, curveball gets a generous spot on the call.
Ball.
Circle change misses low.
Ball.
Count 2-1 now to Marte.
2-1.
Probably should have taken that pitch. We're going to try to hit it down the line. Somehow it stays fair. So that one will pay off and pay dividends. Marte going to extend his hit streak now to 10 games. Marte, that one was in on the knuckles. Able to pop it to shallow right. Somehow it stays in play. Bounces in. We got a single here. BB starts off Tyrone Taylor with a strike. Let's keep an eye on Starlin Marte. He's got the speed. Quick throw to the plate. Fouled off there. Tyrone Taylor now finds himself in an 0-2 count. There goes the runner. This one popped up to right. It's going to be caught by the right fielder. Marte, who was stealing on that play, has to hurry back to first, and there's now 2 outs here. Good catch by Loreno. He made some good plays in this inning. All right, here comes DJ Stewart. 2 for 4 in the series. Those 2 hits were both solo home runs. He's got Starling Marte on first base. And the first pitch is a fastball that misses upstairs. Marte thought about stealing. He's going to get picked off just barely. Good pickoff move by the Guardians starter. And now the end the inning here in the 4th. Due up for the Guardians.
Leading up for the Guardians, the shortstop, Ryan Rocchio.
So Rocchio going to start things off for the Guardians. He takes a strike. Make that 2 strikes. Back-to-back 95-mile-per-hour fastballs. 0-2 count. Whew. 3 pitches, 1 out. Very good start to the inning from Senga. Despite him being a little bit tired here in this 4th, still showing signs of pitching very well here. 1-1 count now as Jimenez fouls off a pitch right there. Count now 1-2. Senga with the pitch. This one hit to McNeil. Throws it to first. Peter Alonso makes the play, and there's now 2 gone.
The third baseman, number 60,
Davison De Los Santos. I love the way he spells Davison. Very, very unique. He's got 2 men out. Senga with his 69th pitch, and it's going to be popped in the left, and that's going to be a base hit. So the Indians have done a good job getting base runners on with 2 outs. They do it again here with De Los Santos. Is now Loreno steps into the box. As we said, he's made some really nice plays in the field. Stepping into the box now, looking to get a hit after striking out in his first at-bat in the 2nd. Takes a strike right there. 0-2 count. Moreno able to get the bat to the ball, foul it off. We now got the whistle going, letting us know that Senga is tired. See, can he get out of this inning?
1-2.
Count 1-2 now.
Ball.
Good job laying off there from Laureano.
2-2.
Count even at 2. This one popped down the line. Not sure if Marte is going to be able to get there. It's going to bounce off the netting. And we'll do 2-2 again. Another one fouled off. This is a good AB from Loreno. Senga wasn't already getting knocked out the game already. He's definitely on his way now. Another one fouled off. We'll repeat 2-2 again. 74th pitch of the game for Senga is fouled off again. We're now up to 80 pitches. That one swung on and missed. Alvarez throws it to first. So the wild pitch results in a strikeout. And that may be the end of the day for Senga, but he threw a pretty solid game. 1-1 is your score. We're headed to the 5th here on BYC Gaming.
leading off for the Mets, the left fielder, number 29, DJ Stewart.
All right, here comes DJ Stewart. That one misses low, 1-0 count.
That missed. That's the ball.
Slider misses low, 2-0 count.
Here.
Tanner Beebe still going strong in this game. 65 pitches, 2-1 count to DJ Stewart. We're in the top of the 5th, nobody out. Shout out to everybody out there that watches, whether live or on the playback, as DJ Stewart makes some solid contact And this one going to get over the head of Loreno. And DJ Stewart going to be into second with a stand-up double to kick things off here in the 5th. Good piece of hitting by Stewart as he drives that one way over the head of the right fielder. And now the Mets threatening with a man on second. Here comes Brett Beatty batting in the 9 spot. DJ Stewart is on second. This one has some good contact on it. Miles Straw under it. Makes the throw to third. And see, I should have gone to third on that one. Would have been safe. We don't take the risk. Stewart will remain at second. And now here comes Harrison Bader.
Harrison Bader.
Bader lays down a bunt. Second baseman makes a good play on it. He was kind of leaning over to the other side to hold Stewart, but Bader going to get a sacrifice bunt right there. Move Stewart to second. Move Stewart to third. And now the second baseman, Jeff McNeil, going to step in. We could really use a clutch hit from McNeil. He's due at this point, 0 for 2 in this ball game. Strike one taken. McNeil, .333 batting average on the season with runners in scoring position. 93-mile-per-hour fastball upstairs and in for a ball. 1-1 count.
That's the ball.
There's a circle change. That one misses low. McNeil locked in right now. 2-1 count. Gives chase to a 91-mile-per-hour fastball upstairs and fouled it off. The rain's still coming down here in Cleveland. It's a 2-2 game. Man on third. This one hit the short. Nice play by the shortstop. What a pick from Naylor. And the Mets unable to get a run across despite having a runner at third. Hedges, Straw, and Brennan due up for Cleveland as we head to the bottom of the 5th.
Leading off, Philman Guardian, the catcher, Austin Hedges.
All right, so Senga, who definitely should be out the game right now. I forgot that how high his pitch count was at this point. Got Austin Hedges in an 0-2 count. Let's try to retire Hedges, and then we can go ahead and bring in a reliever. Still in the 0-2 count. Good fight here from Austin Hedges.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Trying to find a way to set him down. We're in a 1-2 count. Ooh.
Ball inside.
Slider totally misses right there. 2-2 count now. Senga sets him down with a K looking. Put a backwards K on the board and the 10th strikeout of the game for Senga. So it's really actually a shame that Senga here in this game is probably not going to be able to finish it. That's why I'm trying to see how hard I can push him in this game. He's got another out here as it's popped up to Marte. That's 2 outs now, so maybe Senga can get through this 5th. Probably not the best idea with him not having any energy, but we're still thugging it with Senga anyway. He's up to 92 pitches on the day so far. The 93rd is his second ball in this AB. 2-0 count to Will Brennan. Got to be careful against Brennan. Don't want to line anything up for him to drive. He hits one to short. Lindor makes the play, and the Mets retire Cleveland 1-2-3. Senga gets another inning of work in. We're headed to the 6th, led off by Lindor, Alonso, and Alvarez. Your new pitcher is Curry. We'll take a look at his numbers on the day, then we'll get ready for the AB for Frankie Lindor.
Leading off with the Mets, the shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
Top of the 6th, new pitcher in the game for Cleveland. Same results, another nasty curveball. This guy's got the same pitches as our previous pitcher, BB, so let's see if we can have some better success against Xavier Curry, Eli Morgan, and Nick Sandlin getting ready in the bullpen for Cleveland. On the other side, you see Phil Bickford and Joey Lucchesi getting warmed up for the Metropolitans. Curveball, low. Let's sit Lucchesi and let's get Phil Bickford as well as Adam Ottavino ready to go for the 6th inning. Let's see if the Mets can get a lead here in this inning, so potentially Senga can be in line for a win. 2-2 count after the fastball crosses the zone for a strike. Oh my. Tough call right there to make on the curveball. It's called a ball. Curry now with a full count against Lindor. It misses on the inside, and that'll be a walk for Lindor to start things off here in the 6th. Here comes Pete Alonso. You see his splits versus right-handed pitching and left-handed pitching. 12 home runs, 23 home runs with a .248 batting average against righties. As far as against lefties, 7 home runs, 18 RBIs with a batting average of .234. Right here, he's got a righty and he's got a man on first. Unbelievable call right there for strike one. Alonso, of course, second best in the National League with 31 walks on the season. Right now finds himself in the 0-2 count. Lindor is still the runner on first. The 0-2 to Alonso. There's a fastball on the outside part of the plate. Let's see if Pete can produce a run here for the Mets. Curveball chopped off foul. Alonso just 1 home run away from that 20 clip. Runner gonna go on this pitch. The throw is high and Lindor gonna be into second base safely. That'll be his 12th stolen base on the season. And that was a big steal from number 12. Even count to Pete Alonso. Runner now at second, and Alonso stares at a pitch way off the zone. Alvarez is on deck. It's a full count to Pete Alonso. The pitch. Couldn't quite catch up with that fastball upstairs. Good job by Alonso fouling it off. This will be the 8th pitch of this at-bat. We got a war between Alonso and Curry. That one hit the opposite way, and it's going to get in the right field, and it's going to be a base hit, but Frankie Lindor is going to be thrown out at the plate. We have talked about the game that Loreno is having, and he makes another big play in right. What a throw right to the catcher, and Lindor gunned out at the plate. Wow. That's a tough one for the Mets. So Lindor's your first out, thrown out after the base hit from Pete Alonso. That is really tough luck right there. Another questionable call on the inside part of the plate. It's going to be a strike.
No, that's out.
Easily should be 3-0 right now. Instead it's 3-1. We get one more look at that slider and where it landed. All sliders in this at bat to Alvarez. There's a fastball. Alvarez swings through it like a good swing. It was good swing timing. But for some reason, unable to connect with that one. Count now moves to 2-2. This one popped in a very shallow right. Second baseman going to be there to bring it in. And there's now 2 gone here. So here comes Marte. He's already extended his hit streak in this ball game. Let's see if he can extend a lead for the Mets. 2 outs, man on first. That one in the dirt. Alonso gonna stay put at first base. We don't need anybody else getting thrown out on the base paths. 1-0 count to Marte. Nice slider right there. One thing I will say about Curry, he throws a really good slider. Count even at 1 apiece. Try to catch up with that one. All we can do is foul it off. 1-2 count now. Marte gonna step out. Take a little more time to think about this AB. 1-2 count. Alonzo at first. 2 outs in the top of the 6th. The pitch from Curry. Ooh, tough one to lay off. That'll be ball 2 now. So we made contact with that one. Should be easily playable for the center fielder. Even with the rain falling in his eyes, that is the 3rd out for the Mets here in the top half of the 6th. Due up for Cleveland. Josh Naylor, David Fry. Let's see if we can continue what has been a good start as the bullpen comes in for the Mets.
Now pitching for the Mets, number 50, Phil Bickford.
On the bump now is Phil Bickford. He's been pretty solid for us out of the bullpen. Let's go ahead and get to it. Josh Naylor steps in. We've held him, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think he had a hit in this series before today. Already in this game, 2 hits, 2 for 2. His 3rd AB here against Phil Bickford. He fouls off an 86-mile-per-hour slider. It's now a 1-1 count.
Take 1 and 2, the count. 3.
And there's a good pitch from Bickford. Strike 3 looking for Josh Naylor. Here comes David Fry. You see the splits. Very, very, very solid against right-handed pitching. The right-hander, Bickford, comes to the plate with a 96-mile-per-hour four-seam. Is fouled off. Even with that .316 batting average, that is 3rd best on this Guardians team. No Jose Ramirez today, as there's another strike thrown right there to Fry. 0-2 count. Swing and a miss. David Fry sat down on strikes. Phil Bickford coming out of the bullpen looking good. 2nd K of the inning. As we get another look at the beautiful slider right there. 8-inch break on that one. You see the spin rate. And you see the swing and the miss from David Fry. There's now 2 gone here for Cleveland in the 6th.
Ball. 1-0. No, that's down. Ball.
2-0 count here. Mets and Bickford looking to keep this thing close. They've done a good job of that throughout this entire series, keeping the score close. Right now, we got a 2-2 count. Phil Bickford looking to strike out the side. The 2-2 pitch is taken for ball 3. We now got a full count. Jimenez is on deck. Here's the pitch from Bickford, and it's a strikeout. So what a job from Bickford coming out of the bullpen and continuing what Senga did during his time in the game. 10 Ks for Senga, and just that quickly, 3 for Bickford. Retired are the Guardians.
Now pitching for the Guardians, number 49, Eli Morgan. Leading off for the Mets, the designated hitter, Tyrone Taylor.
Here comes Tyrone Taylor.
No, that missed. That's the ball.
That one misses on the outside. Taylor still trying to keep alive an 11-game hit streak. He's 0 for 2 on the day. And look at that. Right on cue, Tyrone Taylor extends the hit streak, sending one the opposite way and starting the Mets off with a base runner here in the top of the 7th. 12-game hit streak now for Tyrone Taylor. He has been nothing but solid since coming over from Milwaukee here, as he puts one in the opposite field and starts the Mets off with the base runner. Stepping in now, 2 for 2 on the day with a home run. DJ Stewart steps in to the box. Speaking of people stepping in, Willie Hustle TV in the place to be. What's the deal, fam? Welcome back to the channel. We always appreciate you tapping in. Shout out to everybody getting money out there at Hartsfield right now. Y'all gonna see me up in there very soon. Shout out to that new company. I'm gonna keep it nameless. You know what I mean? Ooh. Fastball upstairs. Stewart thought about chasing it, waited a little too long. Now it's a 1-2 count.
No, that's it.
Curveball misses on the inside part of the plate. Taylor still the runner on first. Stewart at the plate. 1-1 game here.
Full count.
Make the count full here. Brett Beatty's on deck. Stewart looking at a full count. Probably going to send Taylor on this one as well.
Nope. Hey.
As the pitcher throws over to first to keep Taylor honest. Still going to have Taylor run on this one regardless. Runner goes. This one hit into the gap. The left fielder going to make a really good play on that play. Is going to stay in. Stewart now 3 for 3 on the day. I told y'all he was struggling, but not anymore. That one is actually outside of the zone. But Stewart makes good contact on it, slaps it the other way, and nearly went into the gap. But the left fielder doing a good job saving that one. May have potentially prevented the Mets from getting a run home on that one, as Eli Morgan throws a very good 93-mile-per-hour fastball that Beatty just watches go by. 0-1 count.
That's the ball down.
There's that changeup. Very good all-speed pitches from these guys. All of them throw the same pitches. 4-seam fastball, circle change, slider, curve.
That's the ball.
Right now, the all-speed stuff has not worked as far as keeping base runners off the bases for the Mets. Right now, the Mets with their best chance to score here since the DJ Stewart home run. Fastball upstairs, fouled off. 2-2 count. Come on, Beatty.
That's the ball.
Count now full.
Count full.
I'll be honest, I really want to send DJ Stewart, and I think I'm going to have to do that. Try to prevent this double play right here. Full count, ball popped up, and that one was probably going to stay in the zone, so I'm not that mad about chasing that. Either way, it's the first out. Now, what really makes this tough right here. Now, let's think about this for a second. Now, Jeff McNeil can play outfield. So I'm going to do something very risky right here. We're going to move Jeff McNeil. We're going to move Jeff McNeil to the outfield. And we're going to bring a pinch runner in here. And that's Ronnie Mauricio. Looking back, I probably shouldn't have done this because DJ Stewart is 3 for 3 on the day. I probably shouldn't have done this, but we're going to do it anyway. Tried to bunt to get on base. There's a miss from Bader. 0-1 count. Bader's got a man on third and a man on first. I'm going to try to go for the suicide squeeze right here. Try to get this running to the plate. Oh, my goodness. That one drops right in front of the plate, and it's going to be foul. So now Bader with no choice but to swing here. 1-2 count. This one hit down the line. That's a heck of a play from the third baseman. But it's going to be far enough out of the way to get one run home. So Harrison Bader may be 0 for on the day, but that is the biggest out of the game for the Mets. Hitting that one down the line, making it a tough play for De Los Santos. He made an incredible play right there. And he retires Bader at first. Mets do take the lead on that manufactured run right there. 0 for 3 on the day is Jeff McNeil. 0 for 10 in the series. Let's see if he can break out of this short slump with Ronnie Mauricio on second. 0-2 count to McNeil. He's had runners in scoring position today. Hasn't come through with a hit.
Outside. That's the ball.
The AB continues. It's now a 1-2. A 1-2 count. Mauricio's on second. The pitch from Morgan inside. Fouled off. Good slider right there. Another clutch moment here for the Mets. Can they extend this lead? 2-1 is your score. Ooh. I'm late on the curveball right there. Another one popped up right behind the infield. And the shortstop going to make that play rather easily. But the Mets do get a run home on a Harrison Bader ground out. It's time to stretch. If you're watching at home, stretch your arms, stretch your legs. There's still some more baseball left here in Cleveland. All right, so we'll move Jeff McNeil to the outfield. He'll play left field for the rest of this ball game. Ronnie Mauricio, now your second baseman. And we don't really lose out on the advantage of DJ Stewart being a lefty because we still are going to be able to plate Ronnie Mauricio in that spot as a switch hitter. No Diddy. All right, Adam Adavino getting ready in the pen. Now we'll get up Brooks Raley. The left-hander Jimenez fouls off an 0-1 slider. Now the count is 0-2. Bickford with the 0-2 pitch. This one popped up the left. McNeil going to get some action early. And his first play in left is going to be a pop-up to left. 1 out.
The third baseman, number 16,
De Los Santos now in. Puts good contact on this one. Harrison Bader gives chase. He's going to get under it. And we now got 2 going here in the 7th. So stellar job by the Mets bullpen in this ball game of just making good pitches, making good plays. Loreno coming into the plate. He's got an 8-game hit streak. It won't be extended right here. It's hit to Beatty. Beatty gloves it, makes a throw to Alonso. And the Mets' solid pitching and defense in this series continues. It's still anybody's game. 2-1 is the score. Lindor, Alonso, and Alvarez do up for the Mets.
for the Guardians, number 52, Nick Sandlin.
Nick Sandlin is your new pitcher for Cleveland. 3.03 ERA on this young season.
The shortstop.
Let's see if Francisco Lindor can add to the Mets lead here as Sandlin throws a sinker, and that's the first time we've seen a different pitch for a minute. So slider, fastball, sinker, and splitter are the pitches for Sandlin. He's got a little bit of a different repertoire from the pitches we've seen earlier. 18,489 fans packing out Progressive Field to see the Mets take on the Guardians. We appreciate all of y'all that watch, whether live or on the playback here on BYC Gaming. I go by the name of Beisbol if you're just tapping in. Follow us at BYC Gaming online on Twitter, aka X. Check us out on Instagram and Twitch at BYC_gaming. At BYC Gaming on YouTube, TikTok at BYC.gaming. Even count to Lindor is now full after the splitter misses. Lindor facing the 3-2 count. Here comes the pitch. That was a nice slider. A lot of movement on that one. Lindor able to foul it off. Let's see who's coming up to the plate for Cleveland. I think I'm going to go with the lefty to face Austin Hedges, Straw, and Brennan, because then Naylor comes up right after that. And obviously, we want to set this up for a 9th inning appearance for Edwin Diaz. Full count continues as Lindor fouls off yet another pitch. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Full count on the way. Ooh, that sinker has some mean bite to it. Lindor can do nothing but stare at it for strike 3.
The first baseman,
Pete Alonso now stepping in. 1 for 3 on today's game. Wow. So this umpire has been calling a lot of pitches on the inside part of the plate for strikes. We got to remember that. I'm going to try to keep that in mind when I come out with Brooks Raley in the bottom half of the inning.
1-1.
Slider in the dirt, 1-1 count.
2-1.
Count now 2-1. Mets with a 1-0. Mets with a 1-run lead.
That's the ball.
Splitter misses on the outside part of the plate. Alonso and a 3-1 count. No chance to make anything happen there for Sandlin as he misses way upstairs. Pete Alonso adds to what is going to put him closer towards the league lead. This guy draws a lot of walks. So does this guy, Francisco Alvarez. Swinging a miss right there.
0-1.
Fourth in the National League is Alvarez with 58 strikeouts. That one won't be a strikeout. This one is hit very deep to right field. Loreno, who has been a no-fly zone in right field, makes that catch at the warning track. Loreno might have to be somebody I'll look at when that trade deadline comes around. Starlin Marte now into the box. He was somebody that got caught up in a lot of trade rumors for us. We thought about trading him at a lot of different points in the season. He's going to ground this one to the second baseman. The flip to the shortstop. Pete Alonso is retired at second base. So there's 6 outs left for the Guardians. Hedges, Straw, and Brennan going to try to get things cooking for Cleveland in the 8th.
Now pitching for the New York Mets, number 25, Brooks Raley.
All right, Brooks Raley is my guy coming out of the pen right here. Looking to set things up for Edwin Diaz in the 9th. I think Edwin Diaz is ready to go. Let's take a look and see if he's not too tired. He is a bit tired, but he should be ready to go in the 9th. We won't warm him up until we absolutely need him. Raley coming into the game. Throws a ball right there. Austin Hedges is your hitter, 0 for 3 on today's game. That sinker out of the zone, but fouled off by Hedges. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Told you I was going to test the inside part of the plate. That one misses a little too far inside. 2-1 count now. That time, the circle change fouled off. Here comes the 2-2 count. Ooh. Thought he was going to give chase right there. But instead, he looks at it for ball 3. 3-2 count. Raley throws a nasty slurve that starts off in the left-handed side of the batter's box and winds up right across the plate for a strike. Hedges can do nothing but stare at it. Good framing from Francisco Alvarez. And that's the 3rd strike there. So a lot of strikeouts by the Mets in this game. 10 for Senga. Phil Bickford had about 3 or 4. Don't quote me on that. But Brooks Raley now with a K as he starts off Miles Straw with a similar pitch that he got Hedges to stare at for strike 3. Slurve in there for strike 1.
That's down. That's the ball.
Sinker misses low. So just real quick while we wrapping this game up, I guess I'll give my top 5 Guardians. I don't play the Guardians much. They're in a totally different league from these Mets. So after this 1-2 pitch to Straw, we'll start breaking down the top 5. The pitch is low for ball 2. This will probably be in no order. My 2 favorites I can tell you off top, I got to say Kenny Lofton and Jim Thome, 2 of the best players I've ever seen wear that uniform. Lofton having the speed, the contact ability, as Jeff McNeil retires the 2nd out there in left. And here comes Brennan. But Kenny Lofton, like I said, speed. He had a great glove. I think he would have been an even bigger star if there wasn't a guy named Ken Griffey Jr. playing in center field at Seattle during his run. Jim Thome, what can I say about him? One of the greatest power hitters I've ever seen put on a baseball jersey. Absolutely amazing power from Thome. Since I'm staying in that era, I know this guy's one of my top 5 favorites, but I'll say his name anyway. Shout out to Albert Bell. He was a monster. This one slapped down the line. It's going to stay fair. Marte's going to have to give chase to this one and get it back to the infield before the runner can make it to third. Will Brennan will be in there with a stand-up double here with 2 outs. And here comes Josh Naylor. He's 2 for 3 on the day. 2 singles in this game. Already has the only run driven in for the Guardians. This is a big spot here for Naylor. 8th inning, 2-2 game. Brooks Raley looking to keep the runner at base. You see they throw down the third. Nothing going on there for the Guardians. I got to shout out Richie Sexton. He was great. Bartolo Colon. I'm going to just shout out a bunch of names. We're not going to do a top 5. Jose Mesa. CC Sabathia. Cliff Lee. I think Jose Ramirez has crept his way into my top 10, top 5 as well. Can't forget Francisco Lindor, even though we're going to make sure that y'all remember him as a Met. Right now, we got a 1-2 count. Brooks Raley looking to get out of this inning here. Swing and a miss. Naylor somehow gives chase to that pitch. The throw from Alvarez down to first is in time. So the Mets have done a good job getting out of these innings with runners on. It's the top of the 9th on the way. Taylor, Mauricio, and Beatty going to set things off for the Mets.
Now pitching for the Guardians, number 31,
Sam Hentges is now your pitcher for Cleveland. ERA flat, right at 3. The lefty's going to start things off against Tyrone Taylor. There's a fastball, 96 miles per hour, right across the plate. So this is the first lefty that the Mets have seen today. Mets, one of the best teams when it comes to hitting left-handers. Let's see if they can keep that true here, as that one's on the inside part of the plate. 1-1 count. Count now, 2 balls, 1 strike. Taylor already has extended his hit streak in this game. And right now he finds himself in a 3-1 count. Ronnie Mauricio on deck, one of the potential candidates for Rookie of the Year, will be due up next as Tyrone Taylor fouls off a 96 mile per hour 4-seamer. Count is full. The pitch on the outside, and Taylor now going to make his way down to first base. Mets start this inning off with a walk against Hentges. That's a big, big walk right there. Here comes Ronnie Mauricio, who scored 4 runs in his last 4 games. He has been nothing but consistent in his early Mets career. 284 batting average. And he's starting his he's starting his AB off here against Hentges with Taylor on first. I want to take a lead, but we're facing a lefty. Don't need to get picked off like Marte did earlier. That fastball has some real speed on it. 97 on the gun. 1-2 count for Mauricio. This one going to be hit the opposite way, and it's going to be a base hit. Mets now with back-to-back base runners getting on. Brett Beatty now stepping in. I'm going to be honest. I should have pitch hit right here. I should have brought up Vientos. But we'll hit with Beatty. Beatty has been struggling in this game. I think we're going to go with a bunt here. Beatty lays down the bunt. Both runners going to advance, so we've had a few sacrifices in this game. We're playing like old school National League baseball. Brett Beatty gets the sacrifice, but he does advance the runners to second and third. And now one of the best hitters against left-handers, Harrison Bader, now stepping in. 0 for 7 with an RBI in the series. But because of his skill set against left-handed pitching, they're going to go ahead and issue an intentional walk and send Beatty down to first. Instead, Jeff McNeil now 0 for 4 on the day, just like Beatty, but has a chance to get a key hit with the bases loaded here in the ninth. So McNeil steps out the box. He's got the bases juice. There's 1 out. Strike 1 thrown there from Hinches. Mets could really extend this lead, and I just thought about something that I'll do after this pitch. As the slider misses upstairs. Let's go ahead and can I step out the box still? I don't think I can. McNeil gonna slap one down the line. Runner gonna tag, and the runner gonna be in there safely, just barely. Tyrone Taylor makes his way across the plate, and Jeff McNeil, despite not having a hit today, drives in probably the most important run of the game for the Mets. Now extending the lead to 2 runs. Is a 3-1 game. 2 runners still on, and Lindor is going to be your hitter. Adavino still in the bullpen, but let's go ahead and get Edwin Diaz ready to come in the game and get this save here in the ninth. May not be a save situation if Lindor can put a big enough swing on this ball. 6 runners left on base by both squads. 2 runners currently on with 2 outs here. Lindor the hitter. It's an 0-1 count. Make it 0-2, as that was a really good fastball right there.
That's the ball.
That one high and tight. 1-2 count. Mauricio and Beatty are your runners, both with very good speed. Count is even at 2. The pitch from Hinches. Count now full. You don't want to face Pete Alonso with the bases loaded. He's singled in the 6th. 265 batting average with runners in scoring position for Alonso. He's on deck. The full count payoff pitch is slapped up the middle, and Lindor going to get another run batted in here against his former team, and the Mets now going to extend this lead to 4-1. Francisco Lindor coming in clutch. 3-2 pitch, and slaps that one right up the middle. Hits it well enough for Mauricio to score from second. Bader advances. And now out of the bullpen is going to come Scott Barlow. That'll do it for Hinches, who gives up 2 runs in the ninth. And now the Mets with a 3-run lead here. Pete Alonso looking to add to said lead. He steps in with 2 runners on, 2 men out. Pete 1 for 10 in the series. Does have a single in this game. Barlow with the 1-0 count. Make it 2-0 as a slurve misses away. Slider, slurve, and fastball are the pitches for Barlow. And very quickly, Pete Alonso finds himself in a 3-0 count. Alvarez would be your hitter if Pete is to make it on base here. And that will be a 4-pitch walk. No interest in pitching to Pete right there. Now here comes Francisco Alonso. Francisco Alvarez 0 for 3 on the day. He takes a ball low. So that's 5 straight balls thrown from Barlow here. 1-0 to Alvarez. Very nice slider right there. Falls into the zone for a strike. Alvarez able to slap that one foul, but now is in a 1-2 count. Barlow trying to keep this a 3-run game. Mets have extended their lead. We're in the ninth. Here's the pitch to Alvarez. It's fouled off. 85-mile-per-hour slider chopped off down the first base line. 1-2 count to Alvarez remains. Bases loaded, 2 gone in the ninth.
2-2.
Make the count 2 balls, 1 strike. Alvarez also went 0 for 3 in his previous game. Able to foul off that slider right there. 2-2 count. Another foul ball there. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. We've seen a lot of sliders, only seen a slurve as the other pitch. We got a 3-2 count now, so Edwin Diaz may not have a chance to get a save here. It depends on what happens on this payoff pitch. That one's going to miss on the inside. Alvarez going to draw a walk, and the Mets going to plate another run. So what is that now? 3 runs here scored in this 9th inning. Starling Marte now stepping in. Already has increased his hit streak. He's got a chance to drive in some runs. Bases loaded. Bader on third. Alonso on second. Francisco Alvarez down there at first. 1-1 count to Starling Marte. And it looks like that one's going to drop in as well. So the Mets are going to be able to plate just one on that base hit. No, he's going to be safe. I thought Pete was going to be thrown out on that play, but Marte's opposite field single is going to plate 2 runs. And the Mets just blow this game wide open here in the 9th. Nice opposite field hit from Starling Marte. So now I can go ahead and sit Ottavino. We'll have Diaz stay warming up in the pen just in case these Mets are not able to shut the door on this game. Swing and a miss from Taylor. As a matter of fact, I just thought about something. Ottavino can warm up. All right, so we'll play it however it comes to us the end of the 9th. Right now, it's not a save opportunity for Diaz. So it's even more far away from a save opportunity as Barlow throws a wild pitch right there. Count is 1-1, but now we have runners both in scoring position, second and third. Still 2 outs here. Swing and a miss from Taylor. 7-1 is your score here. 1-2 count to Tyrone Taylor. The pitch. Gonna miss low, 85 miles per hour at the bottom of the zone. Bad pitch to Chase, but I thought it was gonna drop in for a second. The Mets have a really good 9th inning, extending the lead to a 6-run lead. Fry, Riccio, as well as Jimenez due up for Cleveland.
Leading off for the Guardians, the designated hitter.
So we had plans of taking out Brooks Raley and letting Edwin Diaz pick up the save. Looking more and more like the Mets are going to just walk away with a clean victory here. As Bader going to get under this pop-up. It is caught in right center, and there's 1 out here in the 9th. Y'all know how I do in the 9th inning when I have a solid lead. Let's just go ahead and throw strikes. That cutter misses. All the pitches I'm going to aim for being in the zone. Let's try to use our defense here late in this game and wrap things up. We got a 1-1 count here. Make it 1-2. Brooks Raley hasn't had as many appearances as some of the other pitchers, but he has been good in his opinion. His appearances. There's another K, and now Cleveland down to their final out as Andres Jimenez steps into the box, takes a sinker low. 91 miles per hour, misses for ball 1. This one hit in the left. Jeff McNeil gonna make the catch, and that is your ball game, ladies and gentlemen. The Mets come into Cleveland and complete a 3-game sweep. Very convincing wins here against the Guardians. Francisco Lindor coming away victorious in his 3 games against Cleveland, his first 3 games back in Cleveland. 7-1 is your final score. Phil Bickford gets the win. So I thought it wasn't a save opportunity, but it is actually a save for Brooks Raley. He'll get the save, and the Mets will come away with a W. DJ Stewart continues his hot hitting. He had a home run in this game. Also had a really crucial RBI. Shout out to Loreno. He played some really good defense in right field today. If I can, I am definitely going to look at him later in the season when the trade deadline pops up. They see Starlin Marte, who had a very crucial RBI in this ball game. Mets come away with 10 hits, score 7 runs, able to walk away with a very good win in Cleveland. We'll leave you with the box score, and I will tell you again, check us out on Linktree, BYC Gaming, at BYC Gaming on YouTube, at BYC_gaming on Twitch, as well as Instagram, on TikTok, at BYC.gaming. And everything else, you can check us out at Bringing You Classics for all our hip-hop content. Check me out at BusyBilla on Instagram, at BizBilla on Twitter, a.k.a. X. It's a BYC world, y'all. We'll leave you with the box score. That is your game. Mets win. We appreciate y'all for tapping in. We are gone.